Welcome back friends. Now in this video lecture series part we are going to deal with the phase equilibria of one component system. The example for phase equilibria of one component system, that is water system, that we have seen in the last lecture series part. Now in this lecture series part there is another example of one phase or one component system, that is the sulfur system. The example of one component system, another example, that is the sulfur system. So to understand the sulfur system properly, first we have to draw the diagram of this sulfur system. So this is sulfur system is having one component, four phase system. Here four phases are there of sulfur component. So two solid polymorphic forms, rhombic sulfur denoted by Sr, monoclinic sulfur denoted by Sm, then sulfur liquid or denoted by Sl, sulfur vapor denoted by Sv. All the four phases can be represented by the only chemical individual sulfur itself, and hence one component of the system. Now, so to understand the sulfur system or example of one component system, let us see the diagram part of this. Now here now let us overlook the diagram part of sulfur system here. So the phase diagram of the sulfur system is shown on the screen here, where pressure is represented along y axis, temperature represented along x axis. The different temperatures like 95.6, 114 degree, 120, 444.6 degree centigrade are represented here, which are coinciding the temperatures of different points B, F, C, D. Now let us consider the different terms or A, B, now A, B, F, C, D, E, G. Now these are the different points shown in this diagram part. Now let us see the areas. Different areas are there, different notations are there. Now to understand the phase diagram of the sulfur system, we have to label the curves, areas and denote the proper words to the proper areas and proper curves. Now let us see one by one the different terminology which is involved in this sulfur system part, that is one component system part. Now here the two crystalline forms of sulfur SR and SM exhibit anisotropy with a transition point at 95.6 degrees centigrade. So below this temperature SR is stable while above it SM is the stable variety. At 95.6 degrees centigrade each form can be gradually transformed to the other and the two are in equilibrium. At 120 degrees centigrade SM melts, then SR, SM and SL, these are in equilibrium at 95.61 and 120 degree centigrade. So the phase diagram of sulfur system is shown in the figure. So this is the diagram part for the sulfur system part. So after drawing the diagram part, we can able to understand the different terminologies related with this sulfur system part. So the salient features of the phase diagram are described here. So these 6 curves AB, BC, CD, BE, CE and EG. So these are the 6 curves are there in the sulfur system phase diagram. The 3 triple points BCE, then the 4 areas ABG marked solid rhombic, BEC marked solid monoclinic, GECD marked liquid sulfur, ABCD marked sulfur vapor. Let us now proceed to discuss the significance of these features. First of all, the different curves AB, BC, CD, BE, CE and EG curves that we are going to study here. These 6 curves divide the diagram into 4 areas. Curve AB, the vapor pressure curve of SR. So it shows the vapor pressure of solid rhombic sulfur SR at different temperatures. Along this curve, the two phases SR and sulfur vapor are in equilibrium. The system SR or SV has 1 degree of freedom. Here applying the phase rule part, F is equal to C minus P plus 2, that gives 1 minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 1, that is it is monovariant. Now the another curve part, curve BC. So curve BC, the vapor pressure curve of SM. Curve BC is represented in the diagram. So it denotes the vapor pressure curve of monoclinic sulfur. It shows variation of the vapor pressure of monoclinic sulfur with temperature. SM and SV coexist in equilibrium along this curve. The system SM upon SV is monovariant. Curve CD, the curve CD is nothing but the vapor pressure curve of liquid sulfur SL. It gives the variation of the vapor pressure of liquid sulfur SL with the temperature. SL and SV are in equilibrium along CD. The two phase system SL SV is monovariant. 1 atmosphere line meets this curve at a temperature 444.6 degrees centigrade, which is the boiling point of sulfur. Now another curve is curve BE, the transition curve. It shows the effect of pressure on the transition temperature for rhombic sulfur and monoclinic sulfur. As two solid phases are in equilibrium along the curve, the system SR upon SM is monovariant. The transformation of SR and SM is accompanied by increase of volume. Density of SR is 2.04 and density of SM is 1.9, and absorption of heat, that is Q is equal to SR plus Q. Heat energy is in equilibrium with SM. Thus the increase of pressure will shift the equilibrium to the left and the transition temperature will therefore be raised. This is why the line BE slopes away from the pressure axis, showing thereby the transition temperature is raised with increase of pressure. Now another curve CE, the fusion curve of SM. It represents the effect of pressure on the melting point of monoclinic sulfur. The two phases in equilibrium along this curve are SM and SL. The system SM upon SL is monovariant. As the melting point of fusion of SM is accompanied by a slight increase of volume, the melting point will rise by increase of pressure. Thus, the curve CE slopes slightly away from the pressure axis. The curve ends at E because SM ceases to exist. The curve ends at E because SM ceases to exist beyond this point. Another curve is curve EG, which is known as the fusion curve for rhombic sulfur. Here the two phases in equilibrium are SR and SL. The number of phases being 2, the system SR upon SL is monovariant. Now after this, after the different curves, there is another point, that is the triple points. Here in the sulfur system part, the triple points are B, C and E. Now let us see the triple point B. So triple point, this is the meeting point of the curves, three curves AB, BC and BE. These three curves meet at point B. Three phases solid SR, solid SM and SV are in equilibrium at the point B. There being three phases and one component, the system SR upon SM upon SL is non-variant. When we apply the phase rule, F is equal to C minus P plus 2, that gives 1 minus 3 plus 2 is equal to 0 value. At B, SR is changed to SM and the process is reversible. Thus the temperature corresponding to B is the transition temperature, which is 95.6 degree centigrade. Now another triple point is C, triple point C. The curve BC, CD, CE meet at this point. The three phases in equilibrium are SM, SL and SV. There being three phases and one component, the system SM upon SL upon SV is non-variant. The temperature corresponding to C as indicated on the phase diagram is 120 degree centigrade. So this is nothing but the melting point of monoclinic sulfur. Another term is triple point E from this triple points concept. So this triple point E, the two lines CE and BE having different inclinations away from the pressure axis meet at E, where a third line EG also joins. The three phases SR, SM and SL are in equilibrium and the system at the point E is non-variant. This point gives the condition of existence of the system SR upon SM upon SL at 155 degree centigrade and 1290 atmosphere pressure. After the triple point concept, there are the areas part. The phase diagram of the sulfur system has 4 areas or regions. These are labeled as rhombic sulfur, monoclinic sulfur, liquid sulfur and vapor sulfur. These represents single phase system which have 2 degree of freedom. When we apply the phase rule part, F is equal to C minus P plus 2, that will give 1 minus 1 plus 2, that is F is equal to 2. that is each of the system SR, SM, SL and SV are bivariant. Another concept, another attach point with this sulfur system is metastable equilibria. The change of SR to SM takes place very slowly. If enough time for the change is not allowed and SR is heated rapidly, it is possible to pass well above the transition point without getting SM. In that case, there being three phases SR, SL, SV only and one component, the phase diagram like that of water system will consist of three curves, one triple point and three areas. The dashed curve BF, the vapor pressure curve of metastable SR. So, this is a continuation of the vapor pressure curve AB of stable SR. The metastable phases SR and SV are in equilibrium along this curve. So, it is a monovariant system. The dashed curve CF, the vapor pressure curve of supercooled SL on supercooling liquid sulfur. The dashed curve CF is obtained. It is in fact the back prolongation of DC. The curve CF represents the metastable equilibrium between supercooled SL and SV. Thus, it may be designated as the vapor pressure curve of supercooled SL. It meets the dashed curve BF at point F. The dashed curve FE, that is nothing but the fusion curve of metastable SR. The two metastable phases SR and SL are in equilibrium along this curve and the system is monovariant. This shows that the melting point of metastable SR is increased with pressure. Beyond E, this curve depicts the condition for the stable equilibrium SR upon SL as the metastable SR disappears. The metastable triple point F. At this point, three metastable phases SR, SL and SV are in equilibrium. The system is a metastable triple point with no degree of freedom. The corresponding temperature is the melting point of metastable SR, that is 114 degree centigrade. So, to conclude the sulfur system part, we have to understand the different concepts here. So, this is the A, B, C, D, then F part, then these are the different curves. Now, after this is the E part, G part. So, this is the SM upon SL, then SR upon SM. This is the rhombic sulfur liquid condition, then solid monoclinic SL upon SV. Now, atmosphere shown. After this, vapor phase, temperatures, different temperatures. Now, the different labeling is important. After this labeling part, we can explain the different conditions, curves and triple point and metastable condition part. So, you just go through this video and read at once, and we will conclude this part, that is one component system. In the another video series part, we are going to deal with two component system of phase equilibrium concept. Thank you.